Hey guys, Youngblood with you, and on 316 PTU, there is a new ship out, which is the Cutlass Steel. It is kind of a unfinished looking, steel-plated looking variant of the Cutlass Black. I say it's a variant of the Cutlass Black because it has the more, squared off cockpit. It's not rounded like the blue. As far as the overall design of the ship, it's all very, very similar. Interior layout is very similar. There's been some confusion about what this is, but this is essentially a drop ship for the Cutlass line. Not really sure the purpose for why it was put in yet, other than, I guess, being a Valkyrie competitor. The reason that it is a Valkyrie competitor, and I'll show you these a little bit more up close, is you can see on the doors there are actually some of the manned turrets that swing out and allow for people to grab them and start firing. As far as the pilot-controlled weaponry, it is identical to the Black, at least from the sizing. I think there was some confusion when people saw gimbaled size 3s, thinking maybe you could size up and put size 4s on this ship. That is not the case. What you have by default are gimbaled size 2s, meaning the hard point is a size 3. So you could run fixed if you want to, but you have 2 Scorpions and 2 Badgers by default. The turret also retains 2 size 3s, so that is a nice turret weapon, but not a big difference. The real change here is that you also have a rear-facing turret that is controlled by the co-pilot seat. It's a remote turret. You can see it right there above the door. If I kind of go into it, I can access it from the side. And you get the ability to swing out and shoot, and you get good turret coverage and for fighter screens and actually keeping things away from the rear of the ship. Let's actually go back and look at the ship itself as far as design. Again, you will see you have the standard kind of living area up here, so you have your weapons rack, you have 2 bunks, you've got your man turret that takes you up, no real difference there. The real meat and potatoes is a little bit further back. You can see that you end up having, I believe it's 18 drop seats. A ship like this doesn't have a whole lot of hull HP. I mean, it's decent, but it's about, I think it's like 15,000 less than the Valkyrie. Now, it's worth pointing out that the Valkyrie obviously has it's kind of a different class of ship. It's bigger, it can haul a vehicle along with the people. It's got more armor. As far as speed is concerned, the Valkyrie's a little bit faster. The Valkyrie also handles a little bit better in VTOL than the Cutlass does. So all in all, this isn't necessarily meant to be a like-for-like competitor with the Valkyrie, but it does fill a similar role. You'll see between the seats there are currently the weapons racks for long arms, and then when you get to these doors over here, I left that one open, but we'll go ahead and retract it just to, for fun. You'll see that the weapons actually kick out. You've got 2 on either side. These are handheld Gatling guns. I believe these are size 1s because they are personnel. But you can aim down sights, you can aim them around, you can point up and down. You've got decent coverage. I've seen some issues where you can actually shoot your own ship. I don't know if there's actual collision damage on that at this point, or if there ever will be. But they are fun. You grab them, you swing them around, you feel kind of like, you're hunting predator in the woods. But all in all, what you have is 1, 2, you've got 1 on the back door, and then you've got 2 more on this side door over here. And what that really is going to do is, these aren't big weapons. These are really designed to be anti-personnel weapons. So if you think about doing a drop and you're getting your boots on the ground, this is going to be suppressing fire or actually a more offensive threat to ground. And I think what we probably see with this, I said I didn't really know why this was coming in now. My hunch is that with what we're seeing more and more development surrounding the ground vehicle game, my hunch in the Gravlev stuff is that they're going to try and push some more activities to the ground instead of being more space-based. And what that'll probably do is mean that if there is ever a point where there is a large number of NPCs or players in any one area, this would be a decent way to get people on the ground and provide cover to them. So overall, we kind of talked. Between this and the Cutlass Black, the HP is exactly the same. Right now, the mass is exactly the same. So while it's called the Steel, and it certainly looks like it's covered in armor, the whole HP isn't any different. As far as what you can equip from a component perspective, they are identical. What they come with stock is a little bit different. You'll see that on the Cutlass Steel, you get grade C military gear, whereas on the Cutlass Black, You get grade C civilian gear, so the overall ability of the ship is a little bit better. So basically what you're getting is something that comes stock with more weapons, not necessarily more pilot controlled stuff. You're getting the same HP, you're getting a slower option, you're losing the ability to carry a ground vehicle, but you can obviously bring a whole bunch of people along with you. There's been a little bit of hate that there's not any like toilets or bathroom facilities in here. Remember, this isn't a ship that's meant to carry people across the galaxy. This is a ship that's meant to get people from one location to another and hopefully protect them in that process. So it's not necessarily important to have like the hygiene related facilities that may be important at a later date. They may be nice, but that's not necessarily anything that's in place right now. But overall, I mean, it's a relatively simplistic ship designed to do a very specific role. It seems like it will do the role pretty well. There are other ships that will do the role a little bit better. But from a cost perspective, I'm assuming this is not going to be a Valkyrie competitor, which is, what, $425 or something like that. The Cutlass line is never going to get anywhere close to that. And I think when you compare the value of what this will probably cost to what you get in comparison to what you would have on the more expensive model, you'll see that that ROI is probably favoring this ship a little bit more, even though the other would actually do it a little bit better. So that, in a nutshell, is the Drake Cutlass Steel. I think once we actually use this in some ground drops and actually see how it works and performs, I'll probably play with it a little bit more and give you guys another opinion on it. Once we actually get pricing and a sale for this ship, I will certainly do a should you buy on it. It might be a little bit repetitive after what we just talked about, but the information will still be relevant, and the cost actually helps tell the story. So that's it, Drake Cutlass Steel. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for a lot more coming your way soon, and have a great day. Take care.